Hey everybody, welcome back to the Keeping It Cento podcast. It's been a while. It's been literally 2 months. So we are back and we are ready to record. I feel like we've said that so many times, but yeah.
I feel like sometimes a little hiatus from things is needed because like when there's too much going on in life and like you have a passion project or something that you're doing on the side or whatever it is, like it's for me it's almost like quality over quantity. Like if we made it to the studio, we only had like half an hour to record or 20 minutes, or we didn't really know what we wanted to talk about, or like we weren't ready. Like I half the time, like in these last 2 months, I didn't have time to put makeup on. Like shit was just so busy. For me, I'm just like, I would rather just like pause for a sec and then like come back when we're ready to kind of give it a
but I also argue that like people still show up for the things that they want to do, even if life is busy. So that's why I hate saying like, oh, life's been so busy. Like it has been, but like think about people
Okay,
who
but the
like,
last time we came here, I literally drove here and you didn't come. Not because life was busy, but that's because you just
okay, because we were in a fight. We need to go through, I guess. Like this episode will kind of just be like more of a catch up, kind of like chit chat, rant of what's been going on, what's been happening, and yeah, we're gonna definitely be more consistent on putting episodes out. I don't know if like I do like guests. I just don't know if like that's where I see the pod going because like, we are keeping it on locations where like we interview the guests.
that kind of like takes care of our guest.
Unless it's a guest like Mel or Roman or like someone we're really comfortable speaking to, or someone we think like would fit the vibe of what we're trying to do. I don't know. We'll see. But
We essentially don't want to force shit. Like we don't want to sometimes like this podcast, like we feel like we've had people we appreciate all our guests who have ever come on, but like sometimes it feels a little bit
what?
like we're like forcing conversations and we never want it to be like that. So I think moving forward, we're just gonna stay authentic to ourselves. We're really gonna like show our like sister relationship and like dynamics and just be real about stuff. And yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. We have a lot to rant about today. Okay, I know we talk about planes a lot on this podcast, but like I just feel like things with planes keep coming up. I was listening to the Vile Files and they were talking about, so I guess they have a kid, right? Well, not I guess, they have a kid, and they were talking about the situation where they booked their seats, but like the husband wasn't sitting like near the wife and the kid. So the husband asked somebody else who was sitting near the wife if he could switch with them. And that guy basically said no, like, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to switch. And then the husband, Nick, the host of the podcast, was kind of like salty, like fuck you, like be a man and switch. Like I want to be beside my wife. Like don't like what, like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like
you should have gotten a seat beside her then though. Like,
and then so some other guy switched with him. Like I guess some guy. Oh no! Then some other guy switched with the guy that said no to give him like an equivalent seat. You know what I'm saying? Because Nick was trying to, the husband was trying to switch with this original guy, but the husband was in like a window seat. I don't know. Whatever. Point is, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, kids on planes. Firstly, I don't have kids, so maybe when I have kids, my opinion will change, and like this might, offend some people who have kids and bring them on planes. But I think if you want your whole family to sit together, like book it that way. Don't expect someone else to give up their seat so that you could be with your family because that person paid for that seat. Me personally, I always get an aisle seat because I am, as everyone knows, really afraid of planes. And I feel like I need to always be able to get up and go to the bathroom, to throw up, to do whatever I need to do, or just to like not feel contained in like the aisle. If I was sitting beside a mom and her baby or something, and the husband came up to me and he had a window seat on the other side and was like, hey, I'll give you my window seat. Do you mind switching? I would probably say no. And I would look like a dick, but I would probably be like, listen, no, because like I don't want a window seat. Otherwise I would have paid for a window seat. Yeah. But then the flip side of it is like then you're sitting beside a mom and her baby the whole time.
yeah, but if the baby's like okay, then that's fine.
What if the baby's not okay?
If the baby's screaming and crying, like you can't really do anything about it. You really can't. It is what it is at that point.
I just think if you're bringing your kid on a plane, it's your responsibility to keep your kid entertained and like make sure that like it has nothing to do with kids crying. I'm asking specifically about switching seats on planes to accommodate like a family. I just think like I don't know. I don't know about that one. Like I was listening to their conversation. He was like chirping the guy who wouldn't switch with him, kind of like be a man. And I'm like, but he paid for that seat. Like you can't really fault him for saying no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, yesterday I was at a fucking cafe, okay? Okay, this is going to be very controversial. And I like, a little bit rude probably, but this mom and her child were sitting beside me and I was working. And yes, a cafe is for everyone. It's not a library. Like, I understand it's not just for me to work. Go there with your kids. But there's like other kids in there. But this mom with her child was sitting beside me and she was like egging her child on to scream. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. She goes, boo. And the child's like, ah. She's
loud?
like, yeah, like, no, like piercing screaming. Everyone was like, holy shit. I was on a meeting and like the people on the other side of the meeting were like, and she goes, boo, again. And the child screams. And she keeps doing it, knowing the child's going to scream. And we're all just like, and I'm like, dude, again, I don't have kids, so I don't get, like, you never know. She was trying to keep her kid entertained. She might be a stressed out mom, just like, wanting to enjoy the cafe. But like, I think with anything in life, whether you have a dog, whether you're by yourself, whether you're like on a work call talking really loud, like if I was on that meeting, like talking really loud, I would also like, be more self-aware. Like people's self-awareness recently these days has just been negative. So anyways,
I want to talk about the new generation of kids that are like, sorry, we're on the topic of kids, but like not kids, but like teens and like the new generation of like, what generation is it? Is it Gen Z?
Isn't it Gen Alpha?
I'm Gen Z because it's not Gen Z.
Gen Alpha.
I'm talking about like 13 to like 16-year-olds maybe right now. I don't know what generation that is.
Pretty sure it's Gen Alpha.
The lack of respect, manners, and like work ethic these kids have. And I'm not going to group them all. That's rude. But like, I just remember being, and me and my friends always talk about this. We're at the mall and like we were looking for help in a store and like these girls, 13, 14-year-old were just like, yeah, okay. I'm like, dude, when I was working a part-time job at 15 years old, I would like make sure to be nice to people. I had customer service skills. I like wanted to excel and like be good and whatever. Even if it was a fucking working at Sport Check, like I actually had mannerisms and like teenagers these days like don't. They literally don't give a fuck. Now I was at Wonderland the other day or a few months ago, and
I'm gonna take my shoes off.
Okay, take them off.
Just like be
and
chill.
that's like fucking Teen Central. Obviously, I haven't been to Wonderland in literally years. And this girl looks at me and she goes like this.
What is this,
Sam,
guys?
I was actually
what is
so
this
confused.
guy?
I was like, huh?
I know now. It's like a clap.
No, it's not a clap. She goes like this. She goes like this. But so
No, it's like if someone does something, you're like,
no. And I looked it up, and this is a clap. This means like love you in Korean or something, and like the Korean K-pop people are doing, I think. And she was going like this to me. I was like, so I did back to her. But I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then we're on like in a line, and kids are going 6, 7.
oh my god,
6. I'm like, what the fuck does this shit mean?
people were dressing up at 6, 7 for Halloween. I was like, I don't understand.
Or walking and like just they talk in TikTok. Like we were walking and then this girl was talking to her sister and she goes, "Today, Junior," which is a TikTok meme. Have you heard that TikTok meme? Oh my god! I was like, anyways, I don't know. That's just my rant. I think teenagers these days are like a little bit unhinged. Like even on like at fucking McDonald's or Tim Hortons, it's just like so rude. It's like learn.
And they all have the same haircut. What are your favorite places to stroll? Like, I feel like as women, like we just like to stroll. We just like a good stroll in a store. I feel like as women, we like a good stroll. We like a good, like, if you have some free time, let's go to Home Sense and just fucking stroll. So I'm going to list out my top 3 favorite places to stroll. Number 1, of course, Home Sense / Winners.
Yeah.
Ultimate strolling place because you have a little bit of everything. You're like fulfilling your every need.
Yeah, but it's
a little bit
I end up buying like things there when I go all the time.
You have clothes, you have furniture, you have like toilet, like you have everything there. Number 2, shoppers. Also danger. That is a danger zone.
Yeah.
My optimum points are at an all-time high right now because I've just been spending so much money at shoppers. Like I'll need one thing, like mints. I'll be like, oh, I want some gum. I just like almost make an excuse for myself. Like, do I need gum? No, but I want some gum, so I'm gonna go to Shoppers to get gum, not the fucking gas station or Hasty Market, and stroll. Number 3, this one you're not gonna guess, Dollarama. Low key,
Dollarama's been slapping recently.
Low
they
key,
have cute furniture and like little.
The cups we used for the morning of were from Dollarama. Those big cups.
Yeah.
How about you?
Winners and Home Sense for sure.
Okay, I hate thrift shopping, guys. I don't like it. I don't like
the
it.
sickest. I was Catwoman for Halloween and I needed boots. Did you see the boots I wore for Halloween? They were sick. They're like studded, vintage Steve Madden, but like old Steve Madden boots, and they're like studded in leather, and they're like $30. bought them. That jacket that you like so much, thrifted it.
I just don't have the patience. Like I just want to go in a store and like see it on a mannequin and be like, yeah.
Yeah. So those are my three: thrift, Marshall, Winners, and Home Sense, and what's it called? Indigo. Also, I was in Sephora the other day. It was funny. I just always use your points in Sephora.
Speaking of Sephora, skincare, all of that, I want to share my experience with microneedling. Okay. My number one advice when it comes, okay, let's start from the beginning. So I got married last weekend, okay? And this whole year, which we can do a whole other episode on this, and like everything I did, or maybe we can even cover it this episode, everything I did leading up to the wedding, like aesthetics, beauty, wellness wise, just to prepare for this one fucking day, okay? But realistically, like it kind of
fucking crazy.
It is crazy, but it also gave me like a goal point of like just to do things that I've been wanting to do anyways. One of the things was obviously focusing on my skin. Couple of things I did was go for a more regular facial. So one of the things was a hydrofacial. So it was just like a hydrogelly facial at this like aesthetics place in Vaughan. So I went for that every so often. Did Botox in my forehead because like I got a lot of texture there. So it made it like nice and shiny and nice and gave a little bit of a brow lift. That's pretty much it for face, I think. Except I wanted to do microneedling. And for microneedling, you need to go for like a couple sessions for it to really show. So my first session was in May, okay, back in May. It's now November. I wanted to do it because I wanted to get rid of like some scarring. Wasn't horrible scarring, honestly. It was like a couple dots and it was like dark marks that weren't going away. So I did it. And microneedling is like all the craze, right? Like people, it's such a buzzword and like people swear by it and it's not that invasive and blah, blah, blah. So I did it. It's like they make little pricks in your face or whatever and like you're bleeding a lot, whatever. I'm going to put a picture here of what my skin looks like before microneedling, okay? Not bad at all. It's just, you know, some discoloration that I wanted to fix for the wedding day, which now that I think about it, you're wearing a shit ton of makeup anyway.
Yeah,
so like,
been covered.
But I wanted to like start doing more treatments to my face as I'm getting older, like more than just like skincare and like a hydrofacial. So I thought, you know what, microneedling, let's do that. All I'm gonna say is if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. And also, like, do a little bit more research. Like, don't just hear microneedling, oh, it works for everyone. It's gonna work for you. I did it, okay? I don't know if my skin was sensitive. Like, it wasn't the practitioner or anything like that. I don't know if my skin was just really sensitive. Maybe I wasn't the best candidate. Maybe the aftercare I used wasn't good. I don't know. I never broke out so much in my life. Like, I'm going to put a picture here of what my skin looked like maybe like a week or two after microneedling. And I know you're supposed to purge a bit, but like you're only supposed to get like little white dots. Mine were like legit pimples. It was almost like, I don't know if everything was rising to the surface or whatever, but it made my skin.
Almost like it had made you have acne almost. Like it.
Yeah, it went now. I'll put a picture of my skin now and how I got here. Way better, way better. The only thing is now is that from all those pimples that came after the microneedling, now I have scars from those pimples. So that's what's annoying. So it's almost like I worsened it, but in a way I also helped my skin. It did make my skin more like, not stretchier. I don't know how to explain it. Like
elasticity of it.
Yeah, like it made it look like the elasticity looked better and like shinier, but then all those pimples came. So I don't know. This is all to say, like, if you're thinking about doing different treatments, like definitely look into it and like talk to the person doing it. Like, don't just be like, I want to do this. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Like, no, talk about all the different options, your skin type and all of that. I was fucking scarred after that. I was like, I'm never doing microneedling again. Will I do it again? Maybe, but like I think my aftercare needs to be a bit better. I think I need to maybe, I don't know, maybe go somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to share that story because I feel like it's important to share the good and bad results. What I did after to kind of like help get rid of the acne is I got rid of all my old skincare. I stopped using everything and I built it back up using more French-based skincare than Korean or...
There's just so much, like, so many things.
Like, I know.
Now it's French-based.
Well, no. There's always been French-based. Like La Roche, Embryolisse, the Embryolisse, Avene, like more, like not that Korean skincare is bad. Korean skincare is so trend-focused that I was just using all Korean I didn't even know what I needed to be using. Like I was just using all these things. I'm like, okay, what do I actually need? So now I'm gonna go through my skincare routine. What really helped my skin in terms of like getting rid of acne, but also just making it and keeping it shiny. So I do at nighttime, I cleanse. I went back to my old cleanser that was my tried and true. I don't know why I ever changed to Korean cleanser, the Murad Acne Cleanser. That. Then I spray every night with hypochlorous acid, gets rid of the bacteria. That really helps get rid of acne as well. Then we're going to go in with a toner. I do use the Anua Korean skincare toner just because like it's really light. And then right after you combine it with hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. So like while it's still wet, you'll never be more moisturized in your life. Then after that, I like alternate. I go in with niacinamide on most nights, or I go in with the Caudalie Vino Perfect Acne Serum. If I use the acne serum, I don't use the niacinamide. Then on other nights, I'll use niacinamide and the Paula's Choice exfoliant. I don't use that every single night though. You do, right? And it doesn't irritate you?
It's got rid of all my fucking bumps.
Yeah, so
Paula's Choice PHA is good.
I don't use that every night yet because what happened with the microneedling is I actually destroyed my skin barrier because I think after it, I just like used products that maybe weren't safe. Maybe my makeup brushes weren't as clean. So and then I started like trying to like really fix it with all these other products that I destroyed my skin barrier. So I want to be careful. Then after those serums, I use the La Roche Cicaplast Balm as my moisturizer and Estee Lauder Overnight Cream. And that's it for nighttime. Like, as you can see, limited Korean skincare. Again, not because it's bad, just because I don't really know what half of it's doing. I want to use products now that I know what they're doing. In the morning, basically the same thing, except I just wash my face with water and I use Rhode Milky Cleanser with the hyaluronic acid in the morning. So fucking good. Glass skin. That's my tip for glass skin, the Rhode and the hyaluronic acid. And then I use the Salmon Sperm PDRN serum in the morning, moisturizer, and then sunscreen. That's my little routine.
I cut out all, what's that word? I can never say it.
Comedogenic, yeah.
No,
you cut out comedogenic.
I cut out comedogenic products because I realized that it was causing those little white fucking heads in the bottom of your like skin that you can pop, but like they'll always come back up. So I cut that out. And now I literally have the most simplest. I use La Roche-Posay. I use Anua. I double cleanse. And then I just do, if I don't use Paula's Choice, I use a little bit of hyaluronic acid and cream, and that's it. And then when I use Paula's Choice, I don't put anything else on but cream. I just feel like it's overwhelming. Skincare is fucking overwhelming, and it's like not everything works for everybody. I also don't do a lot of facials. Maybe I'll start because like now I am getting older too, so like I kind of want to start not like Botox, but I don't know, some non-invasive facials. But we'll see. It's just so fucking overwhelming. You know what I'm obsessed with? Sorry, the Mighty Patch pimple patches. Holy fuck. Those suck out your pimples like no tomorrow. It's actually crazy. TMI, I had an ingrown hair when I shaved, like my bikini line, and I put it on the ingrown hair, and it sucked the ingrown hair out.
Really?
It took the ingrown hair out, and it like closed up the ingrown. Usually, like, you know, like for me at least, I pick at them. Like I want it out. I hate ingrown hairs. So I like squeeze it and try to get the hair out, and it makes it even more like bigger. And I just put the pimple patch on it, and it sucked the hair out. I was like shook. Oh my God, I want to talk about like a little bit about ADHD and compulsion because I definitely have it. And I just wonder if anybody else feels this way. People with ADHD and compulsion disorders or just like compulsion fixations, do you feel like your schedule runs your life? Like, do you feel hyper fixated on your schedule? Because the other night, I couldn't go to bed because I was on my calendar rearranging everything that I was going to do for the day. And then when the day came and I didn't do it, I don't know, I just spend my time rearranging my schedule. It's like I don't run on my own time. Like my schedule literally runs my life. And I think that's a sign of like ADHD and compulsion. I've realized as I get older, like I'm more compulsive with things. Like things need to be at a certain place. If I don't do something a certain way, I get anxious. My schedule runs my fucking life. So yeah, if anyone else out there who feels like their schedule runs their life, you're not alone. Because recently I've been like, I don't know. I've just been compulsively obsessed with like what I have to do. And then half the shit I don't even fucking do. Half the shit I literally don't even do. It's just on there for like optics for myself. Like, oh, it's on there. Like, I don't know why I booked Club Well. I don't love Club Well. Sorry. I don't hate it. I just don't love it either. and I booked a hot Pilates class at 5:30 a.m. just so it.
Wait, I heard you the other day being like, I'm so excited for my hot Pilates.
Yeah, I didn't go. It was on my calendar for 5:30 a.m. just for optics, just to kind of like, it's on there. Did I go? No. And transparently, I've been having a hard time waking up recently. I'll wake up and I'll be really, really tired. Or I'll wake up at my alarm, which is 6 a.m. And I'll wake up, I'll be up, but on my phone. And then I'll be like,
staring at your calendar.
Staring at my calendar. And I'll be up though, where that time that I'm up, I can be going to the gym. I can be doing a working session. I can be working on the podcast. I'll go on my phone for like an hour and then I'll be like, 5 more minutes. And then I'll go to bed again and then wake up and it's work time. So I don't know. I guess it's like getting out of like a little bit of a rut. I don't know what it is. There's been a lot going on, getting back into routine. To be honest, it was after Vegas where my routine got really fucked. Vegas kind of, I don't know. I was looking at my calendar because I was trying to look at patterns. And I was waking up early before Vegas. I was going to the gym. I was like doing working sessions in the morning. And then after Vegas, it was like wake up time 8:30, 8. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I feel like going to Vegas is like a must in your...
We weren't like that crazy. We weren't like...
No, but like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be too cocky. I'm not trying to be cocky, but like, I feel like in Vegas, pretty privilege is a thing.
Yeah, we did get in for free a lot of places.
Like,
we had a pretty group.
I feel like, okay.
We had a girl group, which like helps.
Girl, I think any girl group will get in for free. I just like didn't know to that extent. Like, I literally went up to a guy at Omnia, I think it was. Like, we just like walked in general admission. And I found this like guy that looked like the manager. And I was like, hey, is that booth available? And he's like, how many people are you? And I like showed them like I showed him all the girls. And he's like, come with me. So he lets us into this like VIP section. It was like the booths above the crowd. Like the crowd is here and then like these booths are up here. So he brings us to the highest booth and
gives us a free fucking bottle. Comes out with a sign.
That says congrats Sam. 2 bottles of booth, security at our booth. Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I'm about to go to the bathroom, like I'm about to exit the booth area to go to the bathroom, like the regular people bathrooms, regular civilian bathrooms. And he's like, come with me. He gets out his flashlight and starts like taking me like around back into Omnia. Like this was like outside Omnia. So this is like into Omnia with his flashlight going move, like moving people out of the way for me.
Yeah, it was like
and like Fran or whoever I was with. Were you there?
No, not that part. It was crazy.
And I was just like,
we also did a strip show called Thunder Down Under, which was really fun, to be honest.
Guys, these men take like middle-aged women up on stage and like go up their dresses.
Yeah, you know what? There was one that was really good looking. Well, the MC was the best looking one. I really had a crush on him. He was so hot. Him to like take his shirt off. Or, like,
they come out dressed as like Vikings. I'm like, good for them, but like it's so funny. Then after like you're done the show, right? Like you leave, and then you just also see them leaving in their regular clothes, and they're just like on their phones. Like it's just like so weird. Like imagine doing that.
Yeah,
as a job.
It was fun. Yeah.
Anyways, Vegas is nice. I definitely want to go back for more of like a food tour.
I want to go back to party. I don't really care. I'd go back.
No.
The food was that Asian food we had last night was.
Oh my god, Din Tai Fung.
Din Tai Fung was amazing. I'd go back just for the food and to do some like dune buggying. I think I'd do a Grand Canyon tour again because I was young. Like I don't really remember it. Like I would do that kind of stuff because there are like sightseeing stuff to do. I'd go watch a show like an actual like maybe a burlesque or like a Cirque du Soleil or a magic show. But I wouldn't really care to like go out and party.
It's just like a different world out there, like in the city. When you're in party mode, like it's really like.
Oh my god, we got behind Dom Doll's booth, which was sick.
Oh yeah, that was
he's
cool.
my favorite DJ, so he's fine. He's pretty hot.
Anyways, that was fun. Then we got married last weekend. So
me and Sam got married last weekend. It was technically my wedding too.
Yeah,
I like told people it was my wedding basically too.
So that was fun. We can make a whole episode on like I want to talk about like wedding prep.
Wedding was on Saturday, and I guess I want to first take us through the non-traditional things that you did at your wedding. Like, what were some non-traditional things that, like, some people would be like, I don't know about that.
Traditional meaning like traditional European,
just
like Italian
traditional,
wedding.
like every time you go to a wedding, you see the same things.
So I think something different that we did was we didn't do like a receiving line, which a lot of Italian weddings do. And if you don't know what that is, it's like, you know, at cocktail hour, you stand there and like the guests come and say hi to you in like the line of you, your parents, your fiance's, your husband's parents.
And the bridal party.
No. And like some of the bridal party, yeah. We didn't do that because I just No, we didn't. We don't want to do that. We want to enjoy. We don't want to stand there the whole time. We also did like before our entrance, we did an entrance video. So like our bridal party entered, everyone entered, then the doors closed, and we played this like reel that we made, and it was just like a couple's video with to a really vibey song. And I think it got everyone hyped. Like I wasn't in there, so I couldn't see, but was everyone hyped?
They weren't hyped. They were just like really intrigued, like watching it.
I think it was like very different. I've never seen anything like that.
You also were part of the cocktail hour, which like I've never seen that either. You were like a lot of times the groom and the bride are a part of the cocktail hour because their entrance is when they enter.
No, but like lately, like that people do that now. We had instead of late night stations, so we had like pizza for late night, this like wood oven fire pizza, whatever. But then we also had cannoli, but we didn't
announce that because
Yeah, he announced it.
Okay, I did not.
Yeah, I did not eat.
I feel like a lot of people didn't probably.
No, they did because they came around with the pizza. Like he was giving it to people. But yeah, that's another thing. So we wanted to like have a dessert too for late night, but we didn't want it to be like outside in the lobby area because we wanted to keep people on the dance floor. So we actually hired the baker who baked the cannolis to actually come and like I bought a tray, like one of those like trays that you see people like have at like Blue Jays games with the popcorn, but it was black, and he put all the cannolis in there and he was like filling them up as he was walking around giving them to people on the dance floor. And I thought that was different and like not really a traditional thing you see. And it kept people dancing all night because they didn't have to leave the dance floor. The bar was right there. Cannolis were coming around. Like pizza was coming around.
I guess your cake, but like a lot of people do that now. A lot of people do like tiramisu, or they'll do like the sprinkling of the powder. I feel like wedding cakes are maybe actually.
Yeah, honestly, tiered wedding cakes are slowly fizzling out. I think it's just, guys, a wedding cake is like could be $2,000, like crazy amounts of money for a cake like that. So I was like, I'd rather spend that money on something else, which we actually allocated money that like the budget that would have been toward the cake to fireworks. I'm so glad we did the fireworks because I think everyone loved it, and like you don't see them too much anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, that was cool.
So I feel like that was cool. Yeah.
Okay, what was your least favorite part?
I don't know.
Like what part you're like, ugh, like
I didn't really go to any part.
no idea, but like what part like was your least favorite? If you were to change one part, what would you change?
Honestly, the morning of, I felt like went way too fast. Like
the morning of, we did not take any pajama pictures.
But I didn't want pajama pictures.
We didn't even take pictures of like us cheersing. We didn't really take pictures of like, yeah, we got the bridesmaids like in your reaction. But I feel like I shouldn't have looked at you before that. I feel like I should have been a part of the first initial reaction, and then me and you take our pictures.
Well, not for anything. You guys were like the bridesmaids like were getting ready up until the last minute. You should have already been ready. That's the thing.
No one else told, like no one really gave us a time to like be ready. But, like no one was like checking in on us really. That's why we thought we had a lot of time.
I think like the morning, I would just like honestly like tell them to come even earlier. I was trying to be nice and I told everyone to come at 6 a.m. They should have fucking came at 5 because like I didn't have any time to eat. I didn't have any time to. We could have done pajama pictures. We would have just had to wrangle everyone. I just didn't care that much about pajama pictures. Like he did take pictures in our pajamas, but it was more candid. It was more like he was like watching as like a bystander as opposed to all of us on the bed doing the traditional pictures. Like I personally didn't care for those. He did more of me solo, which I was like, whatever. And it gave you guys more time to get ready. Honestly, I just wish there was more time in the morning for us to be like girls and like, you know, sit down and maybe like eat and like just
I know,
like
I wish I ate more. The food was fucking bomb that morning too.
Take a second. So we didn't really do that, which was annoying, but that was probably my least favorite part.
Okay, what was your favorite part?
Honestly, the partying.
Yeah.
Like the music was so good.
Just, like it really comes down to 3 things: food, music, and then environment. But the environment is like the bridal party is such an important integral part of that environment, like honestly, and we did a really good job. Like everyone was hyped the whole night. No one was tired. Maybe we were tired, but no one said they were tired. Like we were all really mingling. We were all really like involved. Like so, I think we did a really good job on like keeping the environment up because like when people see like the bridal party on the chairs, tired and not really doing anything, it's kind of like a bummer. It's like really like they're not even hyped. So like we like kept the hype going, I think. Yeah, I'm excited to see the entrances.
Something that I was really adamant on is like creating and curating a really fun experience and flow of the whole day for all the guests. Like I didn't want it just to like look trendy, like have this because it's trendy and do that because it's like trendy. I wanted everything to be like carefully curated from like the moment people came in. So like cocktail hour, like the music played at cocktail hour was really specific to like Frank Sinatra vibes, and like everyone was just like getting a martini, and like the seating chart was really grand and was like a picture op for people, a photo op for people. To the entrances, the entrance reel, like the saxophone coming in at certain times throughout the night and not just like playing for an hour. Like it came in during our entrance, then he left. Then it came in to open up the dance floor, then it left. Then the cannolis to like make sure everyone was on the dance floor. And then the fireworks, which was a surprise for everyone at the end of our speech, just bringing everyone outside and playing like Sweet Disposition to the fireworks and like Coldplay. Like certain songs were picked for certain parts of the night too, which was like very specific to having the grandparents walk out to like EDM versions of Italian songs. Like all of that, like we really tried to curate like an experience of the night and like a good flow. We didn't want people to sit down ever. Like in between courses, we specifically told the DJ to play songs that would get people up. So like we were eating the pasta was done, he played the tarantella and everyone got up and started dancing, you know? So it's like, it was things like that that I think really allowed people to have a good time. It's just, day goes by so fast. It honestly really does.
I also think non-traditionally, you had no kids either, so.
No, we did have kids there.
We did?
Yeah. So we initially, something that's like controversial is like kids at the wedding, okay? Initially, because like our vision for this was a really like elegant, classy night. Not that kids aren't elegant and classy, but like my worst thing is when like you're doing a first dance and there's like kids running in your dance. Like, and that sounds a little bit like vain, not vain, but it sounds a little bit like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, okay, who cares? Like their kids are having fun. So true. Like that was me when I was a kid. I was in other people's wedding videos, like running around. But like, it was just like the vibe that we wanted. We wanted like the parents to like let loose, have fun, not have to really like worry about chasing them around. So initially on our wedding website, we like created a message that basically said like we would love if it could be a kid-free event. If you must bring your kid or something like that, like we'll do our best to accommodate. And you know, there's people that message us that, you know, said like, hey, like I don't have childcare that night, like, and we're like, of course, like don't not come because you don't not like, of course, like it's not that big of a deal. Like we weren't like no kids. And then all of our cousins also have kids. So, and we wanted those kids there because like those are our cousins. So it was kind of just like not like a no kids allowed, but like, hey, by the way, it's going to be like a very classy event. We want you to have fun. Like leave your kids at home, have a good time. If you want to bring them, bring them. Like it was more like relaxed sort of thing. But to each their own with that, honestly. Some people like have a wedding full of kids because all of their siblings have kids. Like, you know what I mean? It just depends. Like,
I definitely want to get married. I just don't know if I want a big, grand wedding. Like, I don't know. Like a part of it's nice, obviously seeing everyone party and like it looks really nice and stuff. I just don't. I don't know. I've always been iffy on that. Like I know I want to get married like in a greenhouse. Like I want to be in nature and like I'm very like that. Like I don't know if I want a hall. I would want like a greenhouse. Like Casa Loma for me is like one of my favorite venues. I love it. I love the indoor outdoor. It doesn't have to be Casa Loma, obviously, but I like that vibe. But like that's time. You know, we have time for that. So.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for, like, honestly, this was a rant. We tried to, like, fit in all of our thoughts in, like, 1 hour, but we will be back. Let us know what type of topics that you guys want to hear, want us to share. We definitely want to do a part 2 to the whole wedding thing, not just, like, about my wedding, but just about, like, marriage and weddings and, like, the feelings and, like, the emotions that go behind it in general and, like, just, like, give advice from, like, what I've learned, what she's learned. So we'll do that. We also have a Keeping It On location coming at a very, like, cute little spot in Toronto, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys shortly and not in 2 months.